speedy end to this trial. Now, if I understand correctly, you wish to show me one piece of evidence?
Yes, one is all I need. I have here a videotape. It was found at your hideout. I heard you injured 3 officers in your attempt to get this back.
That was most regrettable. However, it was in order for my client. I was told to protect that videotape.
I thought so.
I'm afraid I seem to have failed in that regard.
Do you know the contents of this tape?
I was sternly told by my client not to watch it. So I have absolutely no idea.
Actually, you are on this tape.
Me?
There was a video camera hidden at the crime scene. Your actions were being recorded.
What?
Is that true, Mr. Wright?
Who was it that planted a camera?
Well, the only person who could have planted a camera at the scene of the crime would be your client, naturally. That was Adrian Andrews. Be quiet and listen, Your Honor. Yes, sir. Your client specified a place and time for you, isn't that right?
Yes.
That was so they could film you.
I had no idea. Mr. Wright, why would my client do such a thing? I would like to know why.
Blackmail, blackmail. Why didn't Matt on guard film the crime scene? The reason why he did that is my ticket out of this whole mess. There's only one reason why your client would secretly film the crime scene. Wanted to bit blackmail on you. Your client once told me something very interesting. We were talking about you, and this is what they said.
But I'm no weakling. I don't believe anyone. Least of all assassins. Oh, come now, Mr. Wright. Assassins aren't about blackmail. Yes, that's where the video comes in. With that, I can keep him at bay and even blackmail him if I want.
Your client didn't trust you at all. They were thinking of using this video to blackmail you. What do you have to say to that, Shelly the Killer?
It looks like I was being deceived from the very beginning.
Yes, by a natural. That is the kind of person they are. Your client is a person who only thinks and plots of how to use the people around them to protect themselves from any and all dangers that may arise. That is the true nature of your client. I have one question for the witness.
Yes.
You told us one thing numerous times during your testimony. You said that you detest traitors most of all.
Yes, that's right.
But what if that traitor was your own client? What would you do then?
That's obvious. I would break our contract in that case.
Go.
And then, that client would become my next target. For the honor of the Dekiller name, even if it takes an eternity, I would follow that person to the ends of the earth to exact my punishment.
I see. That's all I wanted to know. If the traitor becomes the killer's next target. Ah, I get it. This is how we turn this case around.
Mr. Wright,
Yes?
my contract with my client is over as of now. I seem to have a new job on my hands. I will now return to you your precious item.
What the? I'm not an item!
Maya, I thought I'd never see you again. Oh, thank goodness!
There's no more obstacles in the way. Sink the motherfucker!
Woo!
This trial appears to have come to its conclusion. However, I am sort of, I don't quite know what just happened there with the client and the witness and... Miss Von Karma, where did that...
She always has you in her sights. Now, I do believe it's time to finally hand down a verdict. He's so scared. Mr. Ungard. Mr. Ungard. It looks like you somehow got what you wanted. You will finally receive the acquittal you wanted so badly. You should be happy. But before that, I would like to make one final statement. Sometime in the near future, one very betrayed assassin might appear before you. Needless to say, that man is very good at what he does. I'm sure you would understand what I mean if you watched this video.
Help me!
Now then, Your Honor, the verdict, if you please.
Is this alright with you, Mr. Wright?
You've finally reached the end of a very long battle. Whether he's convicted or acquitted, there is no escape for him now. Go on, Phoenix. Plead whichever way your heart tells you.
Right, Chief.
So it genuinely, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Given the, I'm not gonna try to influence your decision necessarily. I will say, just because of how everything builds up story-wise up to this point, I always choose guilty. That's what feels right to me.
I was thinking guilty as well. Rot in jail.
Yep. No regrets.
Killing you gets him off the hook. Matt on guard. Even though I am a lawyer, cannot make your crime disappear. I think a guilty verdict is appropriate here.
Me? My wonderful self? Guilty?
Even if you got an acquittal the instant you set foot outside the detention center, your life would be in danger. No matter which way you look at it. You can't run away from your crime anymore.
No! Guilty, 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 guilty!
Him.
As always, it looks like we have uncovered the real truth.
We? I don't remember you helping out much in this.
And Mr. Edgeworth, how is Matt on guard?
I have left Miss Von Karma in charge of his incarceration. I'm sure he's getting a full-course meal of whip leather right about now.
Very good. That was a close one, wasn't it, witness?
Yes. I plan to pay my debt to society for my own crime, Your Honor. The first time I was called to the witness stand during this trial, all I felt was despair.
You must be talking about the time Edgeworth really went after her. I guess she's trying to forgive him for what he did. Witness, how should I put this? She has an illness. If you're going to say you would choose death, that is of no concern to me.
After that, when I was alone at the detention center, it's the first time I really saw myself for who I am. And today, when the two of you used your combined strength to convict Matt, I felt like I had finally been saved.
Wow, this is the first time I've ever seen her smile.
I am really happy that you two were in charge of this case. I really don't know how to express how I feel at this moment. This is the first time I've felt comfortable with myself, with who I am.
Aw.
Thank you so much, everyone.
It looks like we have resolved everything at last. As for myself, there are still a few things I'm confused about, but everyone seems to be in good spirits. And that is good enough for me. That is all. This court is adjourned.
Well,
Man.
you were great out there, Phoenix.
What I did out there was right, wasn't it?
This is the first time you've not gotten your client off. You got them a guilty verdict this time. But you have to look past all of that to what's really important. You now realize that there is something more than just getting a not guilty, right?
Yes, I understand now.
Phoenix, think back for a second. Think to the moments before Miss Von Karma arrived with the final pieces of evidence. Think about the incredible decision you had to make.
Now then, Mr. Wright, let's hear the defense's final statements on this matter.
I can't count on the evidence to help me anymore. Listen to my heart. Should I side with justice? Should I save Maya's life? My client, Madden Guard, is
he guilty, or is he not guilty? Those were your choices then. And your answer. Your answer spoke to what being a lawyer means to you.
right. Edgeworth. I have good news. Maya's now safe in police custody.
Really?
But Pearls!
Just instantly summoned.
You're telling us the truth, right, Mr. Edgeworth?
Yes, she's quite safe. She's on her way here as we speak in a patrol car.
Ah! Mystic Maya! Mystic Maya's safe! You did it! You really did it, Mr. Nick!
Ow, she punches deceptively hard for a kid.
I believed in you. I kept saying to myself, Mr. Nick will save her. Mr. Nick will save her.
Thanks.
Oh,
What's wrong?
Miss Von Karma.
About earlier, thanks.
Ow!
Why are you still smiling, Mr. Phoenix Wright? You lost. Your perfect thin record has now been crushed. And yet, you are still happy? I don't think you'll ever understand, Miss Von Karma. How dare you? Don't worry. She may in time. After all, I was like that myself a year ago. Edgeworth. For my own personal victories, and for guilty verdicts. I used every dirty trick in the book, so my win record remains spotless. But a man appeared and stood fast against that selfish me. I fought him in my usual manner and tasted my first defeat. I felt like I had lost everything because of that. And then it was my turn to sit in the defendant's chair. I was saved by that person I called my enemy. I couldn't forgive myself for all that had happened, so I left the prosecutor's office. And I left that note. Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth chooses death. As well you should have. Prosecutor who has shamed himself with defeat should crawl into a hole and die. But that was not what happened. After I left the prosecutor's office, I finally came to realize something. It was in that moment of clarity that everything began to change. What foolish nonsense. We prosecutors use anything we can to attack the defendant. But every time we did so, no matter how desperate the situation, instead of giving up like most people, that man would hold strong with his undying faith. And then, before I knew it, I began to trust in that man as well. What? You trusted your enemy? Doesn't matter how many underhanded tricks a person uses. The truth will always find a way to make itself known. The only thing we can do is fight with the knowledge we hold and everything we have. Erasing the paradoxes one by one. It's never easy. We claw and scratch for every inch. We will always eventually reach that one single truth. This, I promise you.
The truth.
Yes, that's the reason why prosecutors and defense attorneys exist. But I'm sure you knew that already, didn't you, right? That's why you couldn't forgive me. This man who went into hiding. Is that right? This man who only had his sights set on victory. Who ran away into the night.
Ugh. Is Mr. Edgeworth right, Mr. Nick?
Really let me down. When you disappeared, I felt betrayed. The reason I decided to become a lawyer to begin with is because I believed in the things you said to me all those years ago. You betrayed your own words. That's why, 1 year ago, I made up my mind. I decided that Miles Edgeworth I knew had died. At least, that's what I told myself. You pathetic fool.
Miss Von Karma.
I don't want to hear the wretched whimpering of a disgraced loser. A Von Karma is someone who is destined to be perfect. Miles Edgeworth, you are no longer worthy. You are no longer worthy of being a Von Karma. And neither am I. It's over. It's all over. As if I threw something on the ground just now. This is an electromagnetic receiver. Isn't that the thing she used to track Detective Gumshoe? I'll return this to the precinct later. There's something else.
Isn't that Miss Von Karma's whip?
I'll never set foot inside another courtroom again. I'm sure that's what she's saying by this action. You should keep this, right? Okay.
Gee, I wonder what you'll need that for.
Nick! Maya!
Oh.
Mystic Maya! Mystic Maya!
Oh, man!
Oh, Nick, I knew you would come through. You got on guard convicted like I knew you would. And on top of that, you even rescued me.
Well, of course I did. No, I would never desert you. And we sure pressed our luck this trial. You're really lucky to be standing here.
Whatever. Look, it's over, okay? Besides, if I did croak, I would just come back and haunt you like a bad ghost through Pearly.
Is it really that easy to do something like that?
Yeah, kinda.
Thanks a lot, Nick.
Don't mention it. Maya.
Oh, Mr. Edgeworth.
I'm relieved that you're alright. Welcome in, May. Happy Chinese New Year. We're almost done. I'm relieved you're alright.
Hey, looks like you've made some real progress, Mr. Edgeworth.
Well, I suppose I'm a little different from who I was a year ago.
All right. I think it's time we got out of this depressing place.
Huh? Where are you going?
Food, Nick, food. Grub, chow, I'm starved. I'm so hungry, even look like a nice juicy burger on a bun to me, Nick.
You think I look like a burger? I'm a prime rib at least.
Come with us, Mr. Edgeworth, please.
If you insist. Oh, alright. So, how about we hit up our usual burger joint?
Don't be silly, Nick.
Huh?
This case messed up that awesome evening, and I got in the way of my gourmet food.
Oh, fuck, I can't read. It's been 12 hours.
This case messed up that awesome evening and got in the way of my gourmet food. So I've decided we have to make it up by having another feast.
Another feast?
Come on, Nick. Food!
March 23rd, 7:38 p.m.
Hey, pal. Sorry to keep you guys waiting.
Gumshoe, are you alright?
Yeah, but I'm really embarrassed. I didn't think I would hit a telephone pole of all things.
Telephone pole? Then it wasn't a red light that got him.
You did it again, city boy. I felt like my dear old heart was gonna give out on me, and I ain't joking.
Yeah, it was more exciting than the very last episode of The Steel Samurai.
Thanks.
Now, looky here, Mr. Snooty Prosecutor. Don't you reckon bullied Mr. Rat... You bullied Mr. Rat too hard? If you don't start being a lot nicer to him, he might just kick it. Tonight, even.
I'll keep that in mind.
Well, come on now. Everyone gather round. Y'all are gonna get your picture taken by a genuine professional photographer.
Photographer? Looks like Lotta brought herself a new camera.
Well, pal, at least we can put this messy case behind us now. Come on. Yeah, it's all about eating, so let's go chow down, pal. Amen to that, pal. Amen.
You know, when you think about it, you were the one who saved the day, Detective.
Yeah, me? You really think so?
He's right. If it wasn't for the 3 items you took, I think this trial would have had a very different ending.
Oh, well, you know, it's... Huh? Wait. That's odd. When I ran off with the things from the killer's hideout, I was sure I took 4 things in total, sir. What?
4?
Yeah, I'm sure I put one of the items in my coat pocket.
There was a 4th item?
Aw, come on, y'all, it's over. But oh boy, I tell ya, you really are something else. Between getting accused of murder and getting kidnapped, never a dull moment with you, huh? You think?
Why does she look so happy about that? He goes on adventures.
Being shut away for 2 whole days. Weren't you scared?
Yeah, it was really scary. I felt so hopeless. So to keep my mind off things, I drew a picture. Sounds like you had a rough, gal. So, where's this picture of yours?
Yeah, I want to see it. I want to see Mystic Maya's picture.
You know, I don't know where it went.
That's too bad.
Well, it's alright. It wasn't anything important anyway.
Ah. Sure is nice to finally see them both smiling again. Uh-oh. What is it, Edgeworth? What is it, Edgeworth? This thing is picking something up.
That's Miss Von Karma's receiver. Thanks to her, I had the most awful experience of my life, sir. I can't believe she stuck a tracking device on me.
That's odd. Even though you're standing right here, tracking device still seems to be in a different location.
Oh, it's probably busted or something, sir.
Well, it doesn't matter. It's tracking Von Karma. She has his coat. Well, I'm afraid it's about time for me to excuse myself. I still have some work to do.
Huh? But Mr. Edgeworth, you haven't even eaten anything yet.
You've eaten way too much, you glutton. He's back to being mean to her. The kindness was nice while it lasted. I had fun tonight. Now, if you'll excuse me. Wait. What? I just want to say, thanks, Edgeworth. Really saved me out there. If anyone should be saying thanks, it should be me, right? I feel like words alone aren't enough here. I wonder if there's anything I can give him to express how I feel.
Oh gee, I wonder if there's anything that we haven't used.
Gee. You think I can remember anything?
My badge?
Yeah, you know?
No, don't actually give him the badge.
The whip, maybe? The fuck do I have? Give him the fucking teddy bear? What does he want?
Look
The
this up,
gun?
streamer.
Am I stupid?
Do you want me to
Help me. Help me, it's been 12 hours.
just give him the whip?
Alright, that's what I thought. Okay.
I don't want you to miss the good scene.
I was scared of being wrong. I thought it was the whip, but I was scared because he gave it to me and he was like, you keep this, right? So I was like, is it rude to give it back to him? What's this? Thank you. It's all thanks to you two. You and her. You don't need to thank me. I was only doing my job.
It looks like
Looks
Mr.
Edgeworth has.
Oh, fuck. Sorry.
Blah! Looks like Mr. Edgeworth has left, Mr. Nick. Hey, Mystic Maya.
Yes, Pearly?
I guess you two can go back to being lovey-dovey, right? You and Mr. Nick, I mean.
Pearly? Would you cut it out already? You're embarrassing me.
Anyway. So, who's paying for this lovely dinner party?
As if you need to ask. Everyone say thank you to Nick.
Huh? Yeah, I'm kind of at the point where I can't even buy instant noodles, pal. So I kind of already put your name on the bill. Huh? Huh?
Yeah, I got me a situation like that myself. There's this camera shop in this hotel, you see, and I just bought myself this good old beauty here. It'd be better anyhow for $3,000. Actually, I reckon you bought it for me since it's on your tab and all.
Isn't this great, Mr. Nick?
Yeah, Nick.
Why do I suddenly feel like screaming?
Aw, you don't need to hold back now, you hear?
Yeah, pal, time to let it all out.
This is gonna be the first time I hear the real you.
Go on. It's been a while since I heard you say it. I've been busy being a hostage and all.
Alright then. You say so. Nice. Fun. Fucking did it. Was not anticipating a 12.5-hour stream today.
Yeah?
Fuck. You really came through for me, Nick. I had to hide that letter, but I knew you'd find it. I feel like I've been living on the edge lately. I mean, I've escaped death 3 times now. Pretty cool, huh?
I feel like a pro- What do you mean there's still more?
There's still more.
Okay.
It's not that much more, but
Okay.
it's, you know.
Okay.
I'm so happy that you could save Mystic Maya, Mr. Nick. And I'm so happy for the two of you. Speaking of which, I think this hotel's a popular place for honeymooners, so I sort of made reservations for the two of you just in case.
What do you think we're doing, kid?
I don't know. Watching Steel Samurai like you and that killer guy did?
Yeah.
Or, well, that was Edgeworth, right?
Well, pal, it
Yeah,
looks like
yeah.
I'm on the force again. Mr. Edgeworth had a long talk with the chief, and he got me reinstated for my sake. I heard he said things like, letting that one go is bad for all society. I knew it! Crashing headlong into everything is the only way to live, pal.
Like, we have to keep him where we can see him.
He will die otherwise. We're keeping him alive. She used Nick's credit card and ID.
Hi, Maggie.
Oh fuck, I forgot what voice I gave you. I'm Maggie Bird. I'm retiring this uniform as of today, sir. I'm going to be a waitress
Finally.
from now on. And bring smiles and joy to people who come by the restaurant, sir. Sir, you'll stop by sometime, Mr. Wright. Yeah, I hope
I
you'll
can
stop
like
by.
Maggie even more because she's
Yay!
no longer a cop.
Yay! Fuck. Yes. Are you sure you're the visitation? Oh, Director Hottie. Recently, yes, this girl, you know, I haven't seen her around. Yes. But I remember if I even laid so much of an eye on her, I would go crack. Didn't matter if I got whipped, though. Yes. Yeah, why are you here? Get out of my credits.
Go away.
I'm gonna kill him. Give me the killer's gun.
Oh, I see. Finally.
It's time to begin our quest and fuck, the world will know we are serious. I plan to make a fabulous flight to Zimbabwe.
Hey Max, what do you think Zimbabwe is like? Do you think there are castles made of cake and bunnies who can talk?
I think if there are any talking buddies, even they would laugh at most jokes.
Why you gotta do him like that?
Is he mean to him? Fuck. I'm ready! I'm ready! There's no way these jokes are gonna fall on deaf ears! I'm gonna be more contemporary with my humor! Mo Curls, represent! We've got a new act all worked out! Prepare for Hallelujah Chorus! Say something, will ya? You're supposed to start this off! Get on with it! I can't do his voice in quick time. I have to prepare for it. Fuck!
What's this? Drat, it's just an ordinary electric razor recharging on its stand. I can't believe this, really. How long do they plan on making me do this? But it's Edgy Poo's idea, so that means it must have a deep hidden meaning. But why do I get the feeling they wouldn't forget about me, would they? I was never like this in the old days. Everyone thought the world of me. They used to call me Queen Wendy and treat me like royalty, and any man who hasn't heard about this is gonna feel the pain of my heel. They can feel the burn. Burn playing with fire is very dangerous because of that. 3 of the weeks restored the second to death.
I appreciate everything you and Mr. Edgeworth did for me from the bottom of my heart. Oh, that's right. I received a letter from Miss Von Karma. She said that after I get out, I should feel free to consult her about anything at all. I'm really thankful to have met everyone.
Yuri?
Yuri?
I'm glad she found a new strong woman to be codependent with.
It's become difficult for me in this country as of late. As such, I'll take a short leave of absence. If you would like to request my services, please be sure to visit my homepage. May we both be blessed with longevity. Unless I kill you. In which case you probably won't be alive for long.
But you'll never kill me, right?
I never said that.
We had something.
I have to go now.
Bye. March 23rd, 9:42 p.m. International Departures Gate 12.
This is probably one of my favorite scenes in the entire game.
All right.
If not the trilogy.
Where are you going, Franziska? How did you know I was here? With this? That's... I heard you were planting things on a certain person. Things like tracking devices in his coat, for example. That's just like you. I only planted it there because he was always wearing it. This filthy drab coat of his. I don't know how it ended up in my luggage. But it's going in the trash, I promise you that. Oh, that's right. Speaking of that man, told me something very interesting.
When I ran off with the things from the killer's hideout, I was sure I took 4 things in total, sir.
Does she have the drawing? 4 things? It seems he put the last one in his coat pocket. He put it in here? It doesn't matter anymore, the case is already over. What are you going to do now? That's none of your business. Are you running away? Shut up! You don't understand a thing! You can't possibly understand what it means to be Manfred von Karma's daughter! Franziska. So many expectations from everyone around me. Expectations that I must fulfill. I'm expected to win no matter what. And failure? Such a thing is not an option for me. My father was a genius. There's no doubt about that. But me, I'm no genius. I've always known that. But I had to be one. I had to. You may not be a genius like your father, but you are a prosecutor. You have been, and always will be. No, I'm not. Not anymore. I've even thrown my whip away. Speaking of that, Wright gave me this to hold on to. Right. You knew something like this would happen, didn't you? I don't think he did. I'm sorry, Edgeworth. He doesn't think that far ahead. I'm going to say this again. We prosecutors do not fight for personal honor or pride. I hope you will think deeply about what you should be striking down with that whip. You haven't changed a bit. You've always left me alone and walked ahead without me. Miles Edgeworth, I've always hated you. And then, finally, my chance to take revenge on you arrived.
Here's that word again.
If I could win against that man, I could make Phoenix Wright bow down in defeat. Then this girl you left behind would have risen higher than you. That was supposed to be my revenge. I see. No, I can't do it. I can't change who I am. I can't throw away everything that I've been until today. I believe you can. Just like how Adrian Andrews did. Adrian Andrews? You were going to use her during the trial, right? But you were dependent on your father by using his tactics, is that right? The day you chased down after me, after I'd left you behind all these years. And that's why we're standing here now, side by side. But I've no intention of stopping. You say you are going to quit your walk down the prosecutor's path. Then, this is where we part ways. Franziska von Karma. Oh, she's baby, actually?
Yeah.
I am Franziska von Karma. Don't think I'm going to walk in your shadow forever. Our battles begins now, so you had better prepare yourself, Miles Edgeworth. Oh, she's a little baby. What the hell? A little baby girl. I want to pinch your cheek. What the fuck? Phoenix Wright. One day, someday, I'm sure we'll meet again in the battle. Until then, this last piece of evidence that's never made it to you. I'll take good care of this fourth piece, so I can give it to you. And at last we meet again. Man, that shit was awesome. That shit was really good. Oh, the drawing! You made a little drawing of him. What the hell? Man. It's cinema. It's peak.
It's cinema.
It's cinema.
I fucking love this case.
Ah, fuck. That was a really good case.
And it all ties back around so wonderfully.
It
with,
does.
Like,
It really does.
With the Edgeworth's arc completing in Phoenix's, with him also being like, I don't need to win all the time.
Yeah,
and Franziska,
yeah.
like, feeling the pressure of living up to her dad's name by needing to win all the time and that destroying her, but then being so confused, like, looking at Phoenix, like, he just lost. Why is he so happy? I don't get it.
Yeah. Oh,
And
man,
like,
all of this went together immaculately. I am so happy that we got to go through all this together. 12 and a half hours.
I wasn't planning on doing this, but at this, again, like I said, it's just like the more we got into it, the more I'm like, God, this case is so good. I don't want to stop.
It's just like it just kept getting good. Like every time we got to a stopping point, it just felt like, okay, but we could keep going though. Like
We can keep going.
We can keep going. We have the power, and then here the fuck we are. Was Nan
Well-
not anticipating this?
What did you think of Justice for All overall?
I think overall it was pretty good. Big Top was a little bit of a stinker, a little bit of a disappointment.
Yeah.
But I like the entry case better than the first game. And I think
Okay.
overall I liked it a bit better than the first game, but I don't think it beats out Turnabout Goodbye for me.
Yeah, that's fair.
yeah,
Turnabout
like-
Goodbyes is pretty high up.
It's pretty high up. I just think it's because the entire game was very obviously building
Built
up to that
around it.
point over and over. Like, you know, like you have
Yeah.
the incident and
Mhm.
we have like Miles's backstory and like Phoenix's backstory and Larry and like every single thing ties together. Like each like main
Mhm.
character that we have around like is just like woven together. So like it all comes together at a peak at the very end where we get our
Mhm.
first Von Karma.
There-
But I think
There is like a connecting thread in this game, but it's a little bit more loose.
it's definitely loose.
Obviously there's the thing with Phoenix's character, but there's also I guess, you know, like it's not as much in the first case, I guess. But like you could say there is a thing kind of with like nearly every case in this game has to do with revenge in some way or another.
That is
It is
that
a
is
very
true.
running motif.
Yeah. I think that ties together pretty well as like an overarching thing. I think this was an excellent
Mhm.
sequel, and I think that like the investigations were a bit better. I think I was getting stuck
Mhm.
less. I think like there's the overall better direction, and they know how to work this formula, and they know how to do it.
Mhm. I know you're
better.
a little like conflicted in some ways about like Psyche Locks, for example, too.
Yeah,
but,
let me
I was
let me
like,
get
I was
this.
kind of a fan of how it spiced up the flow a little bit. I guess.
let me be completely clear. I love it from a gameplay perspective. I love
Okay,
this
okay.
mechanic. It is excellent. My iffiness is the flavor of it. The fact that we give
Yeah,
Phoenix
presentationally.
like psychic powers, where I think we could have the same presentation but just make it like metaphorical. Like I think
Mhm.
I would like Phoenix to think more and deduce more and like try to read people without like there being like a big flashing light telling him, oh, you need to read into this person. Like, but that's just not Phoenix. Unfortunately, he will not think. He will
Yeah,
just
he is a
do
little bit
everything
dumb of
impulsively.
ass.
He's really dumb, and I thought like this Psyche Lock mechanic could be like a fun way for his character to develop and for him to learn to
Mhm.
understand and read others a bit better and use that in court. And it could possibly also tie into like him also like learning to understand you know, like it's not always about the not guilty verdict, and understand, wait a minute,
Mhm.
I actually trust Edgeworth. Like it's not just like a getting people's lies, but also maybe understanding
Adrian
the lies
is
within
such
himself.
a perfect witness for that.
Mhm.
Because they really hammer hard on like I love how just like completely they do not hold back on showing you like this woman is like curled up into herself, she is crying, she is like begging like please stop.
Yeah,
And like
no,
you just keep
it just
pushing
gut-wrenching.
her.
It's gut wrenching. I truly never expected this game to actually give me at least not like the first like trilogy, at least to give me a client that was guilty. That was awesome.
It's such
like
a good twist.
it completely opens up like the entire rest of the series for me, because now I'm like, is my client actually innocent? that's gonna be fun to wonder. Even if it like never happens again, it was a one-time gimmick. Like I'll still have that thought nugget in my head, and that's entertaining for me.
Matt is such a good villain. He's
Very
such a
good
piece
villain.
of shit.
Very good. Thank you very much, Sisyphus, for the 100 bits. Congrats on finishing the best case. This game is
Yo.
really fucking good. It is. And thank you for all the thanks yous. Peak Stream, thank you, Lurf, thank you, NoSMVA. Thank you, Lurf and Desvi, for your amazing performances. You two really elevated already peak case to another level. Oh, I'm so glad. I'm so glad that some of you stuck around for the nearly
whole thing.
13-hour stream. Oh man, when we were hitting like close to the 12-hour mark, I was like, oh, I could probably just like cut out like my break screens and the beginning wait time, and we could still
Mhm.
get under 12 hours. No, I'm gonna have to split this into 2 parts.
Yeah.
It'll have
Just
to
gonna
be
have
2
to find a
parts.
good halfway.
Yeah, yeah. I love how they pull the psyche locks just to really drive home that he's totally innocent after already conditioning you to never even consider your clients might not be innocent. Yeah. That was pretty
Yeah.
good. That was pretty good.
Also, yeah, they do play the like he's just so dumb angle really well. And I was trying to walk a line with my performance where I wasn't like veering too hard on the like, oh my god, he's brain dead, but I was trying to make you think a little bit more like in that direction of like, oh, he's just kind of, dumb and
Yeah. I think you did an excellent job towing the line. I remember upon first meeting him, I was looking at him and I was looking at the way he was talking and like reading his text, listening to your voice acting. I was staring at him. And I had this brief thought in my head of, is this guy Lurfbait? Because I'm picking up the vibes, and as everyone here knows, one of the main tropes in Lurfbait is bastard man. I love me a bastard man. And I also love a stupid man, but I feel like himbos don't often like ring those bells like upon first meeting them immediately, and so I didn't voice it at the time, and I kind of wish I had. Because I almost called it, but like then I trusted him a little, and then I stopped trusting him, and then he proved himself evil.
yeah.
But
That
it was a
was- that
roller
was a
coaster.
very-
I loved him.
That was a very fun line to walk of like slowly trying to escalate that a little bit
You
to
you
the
did a
point where
phenomenal
it's
job.
like, thank you. I love his reveal. It's such a good scene.
Yeah,
And I had so much fun with it.
so good. I'm never gonna forget though your performance as the killer. I think that was the I think that was the star of the show for me. Pulling out that filter every time.
I
It
love
It was
him.
peak.
Honestly, like genuinely, he's not even like I mean, I know he's like a serial killer that is a hired assassin that like kills a bunch of people, but is he really that bad of a guy overall?
He listen, like he has morals, and I appreciate them. They stole the show so hard. Yeah, I think the killer was the star of this, and I think like 80% of that was your voice work.
Aw, thank you.
Oh man, what an excellent case.
I love that one
Yeah.
of his like the first things he said, like one of the things that immediately gives him flavor to me is that like he takes your assistant hostage and he's like, I will literally kill her. But then at the same time he's just like, oh, what is it the kidnappers get to say? Oh, this is a kidnapping, so you better not call the cops. And he's like, yeah, that was pretty good.
I like he's really silly in like a somewhat subtle way, like in an unexpected way. Like he'll occasionally just like
He's
say
not, like,
some
over the
out-of-pocket
top.
shit, right? Like
But,
he's
yeah.
just a chill guy. I think like he's honestly just pretty cool. Yeah, I think especially like near the later cases, except for Big Top, I think the main villains have really popped off for me.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, it's technically not real, but David Gant was awesome. Von Karma was awesome.
I mean, it is real. It's just it wasn't real when this game came out.
Yeah. It's not real in the timeline of release. And
also,
of course,
I just do think it is
Killer
kind of
Matt.
funny, like, because we were just talking about, like, well, Phoenix is stupid.
Yeah.
But, like, I think Shutakumi kind of, like, forgot, like, where Phoenix was at development-wise, kind of, or, like, he wasn't really thinking about it when he wrote Rise from the Ashes, because he technically wrote it after all the first 3 games.
Mm-hmm.
So it's very funny, like, you get to the end of Ace Attorney 1, which, like, he does still pull some impressive stuff with, like, Turnabout Goodbyes, but it feels like in Rise from the Ashes, he's, like, exponentially smarter all of a sudden. He's doing, like, some crazy shit, and then in Lost Turnabout, he just goes back to being, like, a fucking moron.
See, I excuse that with Emma. Emma is a fucking genius, and you can't argue with that. She's a genius scientist, a prodigy even, and she boosted him to a new level.
Also, he got hit on the head with the fire extinguisher.
True, he got hit in the head at the start of this arc, so that excuse any discrepancies within the lore. He got stupid because his amnesia didn't fully recover. He still
didn't fully heal.
He didn't fully heal. He lost some very important vital lawyering skills.
He just forgets who Larry is.
I thought it would have been really funny if the amnesia thing leaked into future cases. Like he would meet someone and be
well, remember what? He did by the end of that case he didn't remember who Pain was.
Yeah.
Which is really funny.
I mean, I think he was just so insignificant. Like Pain is I was defeated by this man once, and he has ruined my pride, and he lives rent-free in my head. And Phoenix is like, huh? I mean, what?
I don't remember you.
I think I've only ever faced against Edgeworth. I can't recall a time that I ever faced against another lawyer. I mean, a prosecutor. I'm trying to think. Is there anything else I have to say? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Are there any questions that either you or chat have for me for my thoughts?
What did you think of Franziska's arc overall throughout the game?
Oh, I loved it. I think Franziska was an excellent character overall. I think that her arc was a much more subtle one, which I like. In contrast to Edgeworth, which had very drastic changes. I was noticing that he was kind of leaning a little more on our side halfway through the game, whereas with Franziska, I could never really tell if she was softening up or not.
She's got a lot of internal conflict.
She does.
She doesn't really display.
And it's fun to realize, oh shit, the internal conflict is Edgeworth based, which gives her a parallel to Phoenix, who is also having Edgeworth based angst.
Yeah.
No, she's fun, and I am incredibly soft about that ending where she started to tear up, especially because she mentioned that Edgeworth is a little brother to her despite being older. I think she's a liar. I think he's a big brother.
I think one of the things that I love about that specifically too is you would have to imagine that Franziska has very complicated feelings about Edgeworth considering they grew up together, but also Edgeworth is the first person to have properly taken her father's name before she did.
Yeah, because and especially in
as
in the place where Von
the
Karma was famous.
Yeah, the sort of the junior to his senior, and also another very juicy parallel that I like a lot is the fact that she gets shot in the exact same place as her dad.
Yep, that's really fun. I love that.
But then, obviously with Manfred, the reason he gets shot is he's in the middle, he's in the middle of doing something heinous. Obviously, he got shot before he killed Gregory, but
right.
It's still in the lead up to doing something terrible. It's very emblematic of his crime and how he carries it around with him and always hides it inside of himself. And Franziska gets the bullet extracted, and she got it in the process of actually trying to do her job and do something maybe not, incredibly noble. She was still on the way to the court to be I'm gonna fucking destroy Phoenix Wright or whatever, but ostensibly better.
Honestly, mentioning the bullet thing made me think of another thing. Von Karma's bullet is a representation of all of this filth inside of him. All these dastardly things. And Franziska, she gets shot in the same.
Concealed.
Yeah, it's always concealed. And she gets shot in the same spot. And unlike her father, she gets the surgery, gets removed, and has character development, and softens up by the end of the game.
It's a very good symbolic representation of how she has, gone in a different path from her dad, even though she was always trying to live up to his influence. It has now become demonstrably untenable. Even though it's hard for her to reason that out right now, she is going in a different direction.
I'm really looking forward to see her again whenever she shows up again, and to see how she grows and changes. I'm looking forward to her trying to like separate herself a little bit from her father's legacy and make her own. I think I would like that a lot for her. Francisco Smart doesn't leave the bullet in long enough for lead poisoning to fuck her over. True. And you know, maybe perhaps I think I'll do character rankings for the entire trilogy when I'm done with the trilogy, and we can have like a tier list stream and I can talk about it. Probably not tonight though.
Yeah.
Looking forward to the accent again. Honestly, I think I'm slowly improving. Is this you're free to roast me if I got in a little bit in the French territory, but I think by the end there I was doing a little bit better. I think you were doing
better. I think.
I think I was getting a little bit. It was actually really good towards the end. I finally started learning the tricks. I learned how to like get that like soft like back of the throat R. I started saying Phoenix right properly. I was too focused on like the turning the W's into V things that I forgot that right is an R sound. So instead of so I finally started saying Phoenix right. You know, like with the back of the throat R, and I finally figured out how to do it in a way that doesn't make me like go like you know. Phoenix right. You know. I'm getting somewhere.
German is an interesting language.
It is. I think like my main thing is I have to get in the habit of having fuck, what was it again? Words that end in like the sound, having more of a thing, like instead of like over, it's like ova.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's something I need to get in the habit of. And then like ing sounds have more of like a harsher like a D or T-ish sound to the end of them. I am yeah. Well, listen. My family has not been existing in Germany for many generations. All right. Yeah, like my great grandma was in New York. Okay. I'm far detached from that.
And that great grandma, Franziska von Karma.
They're true. She came to America. Be a prosecutor. Maybe that's where she's going. Maybe she's going to America. Isn't she from America in the Japanese version?
I believe so, yes.
Yeah,
I believe in the Japanese version she does come from America.
Do you know what I did for my Von Karma?
Uh-huh.
I gave him the most like aggressive southern drawl ever because I was not confident in doing a German accent at the time. I was put on the spot and I was like, what are my other options? And my chatters
I have to make him
said,
like an
make
evil
him as
creature.
American as possible. And it every time it was very strange. But I think it was peak, actually.
Manfred von Karma.
Yeah, exactly.
That's right, boy.
That was exactly it. So, Southern Von Karma was really fun. That was a lot of things to do.
Edgeworth, I'll bury you. With my bare hands.
A 10 out of 10 will make you do a Southern accent. I already have Lotta. How many Southern accents? Like, I did Von Karma. I did Lotta. How many variations? I did, what was that fucking cowboy guy?
Oh, Jake Marshall.
Jake Marshall? I can only do so many different kinds of Southern accents, you guys. You know how hard it is to do an accent, but also pitch your voice differently at the same time?
I mean, you know, I am a Southern girl. I was born in Georgia, so
the easiest accent for me to do was what's her name from the Maya possession case.
Oh,
the one that's her sister.
Oh, I mean, Eni.
Yeah, I went incredibly like stereotypical Californian for it. And I was like, wow, this is my native tongue.
Wow, like, oh my god.
So, like, you're a lawyer or something?
Wow, that's crazy.
Wow, I never would have guessed that.
I love her too. She's great.
The key
Honestly,
to that is,
I don't-
is the pitch up at the end.
I don't know what your general impressions of her were when you were going through that
Oh,
case.
I loved her.
But I've always said this to me as a culprit, Eni/Mimi. She's just if April May had actual character depth.
True, she kind of is, yeah. I quite like Mimi a lot. Partially because her voice is really fun. I find that if I end up having a lot of fun doing a voice, I end up liking the character more than I probably would have. Except for Lotta, it's the opposite. I love doing her voice, but fuck that girl.
But you hate her character.
Well, it's not even that I hate her character. I don't think her character is bad, and I think she is funny. I hate her as a person. I want to punch her.
I have very sad news for you, Lurf.
Oh no.
For the rest of the entire mainline series, Lotta is gone.
She's gone?
This was her last appearance in a mainline game.
I don't know whether I should be happy or sad.
No more Lotta.
I guess I can give my southern accent to someone else. Actual question, how did doing the veneer voice affect your thoughts on Max? I think Max, while I did do the base veneer voice, I gave him a different pattern of speech, if that makes sense, a different cadence, and that kind of separated him from me. You know, Veneer speaks a bit more casually and is more personable, and meanwhile Max is fabulous, darling. So this is what we're doing. Darling. He's way more exaggerated. Veneer's more chill, I think. He's a lot more down to earth.
Well, I guess Max is also technically a southern character because he's faking his voice.
He is. Also,
because his name is Billy Bob Johns.
Also, my Edgeworth voice is just Veneer if he was really depressed and somber all the time. I'm doing the Veneer voice all over the place. You don't even know it. I'm practicing. The sad and somber Veneer voice, I suppose. I'm excited to work on that project more. I'm gonna be so ready. Wait, it's all Veneer? It always has been. Damn right it has been. I finally made documents to plot out the lore. I'm being organized. It's awesome. It can finally get out of my head and onto paper. In my paper, I mean, text document.
Nobody writes anymore.
No one writes anymore, yeah. But, we're nearly reaching the 13-hour mark. So unless there are any last-minute thoughts, I should probably end stream.
We gotta go.
We gotta sleep.
I have a stream today.
I have a class in 6 hours.
Yeah.
Did not anticipate this going this long.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I think that's all my thoughts. I think if I end up having more, they'll be saved for whenever we pick up the next game in the trilogy, or possibly my next art stream. Oh, last minute thought, please don't schedule your next Ace Attorney stream while I can't watch Lurk, please. I can't control that. You know I don't have a schedule. I stream by the whims of fate. You expect, it's a pure impulse every time. Either that or when you chant my name 3 times in Discord chat, and I think it's a funny bit to go live. And then I'm live for 8 hours. I don't hate May. I'm sorry. How was I supposed to know? How was I supposed to know you're busy? I guess it was Chinese New Year, but still, listen. We had a schedule. And I wanted to get to it soon because I was really excited for Edgeworth, and I didn't want to push it until way later in the week because I was like, I want to see my little boy. Alright. Alright. I don't know when next stream will be, but I'll probably be taking a break before getting into the third game of the trilogy. Don't know what I'll do. Probably just, you know, the typical art streams. Maybe I'll host a book club. We'll see.
We'll see.
Anyway, farewell.
My turnabout.
Bye bye.